Joe Zekas from Yo Chicago and Yo North Shore, and I'm about to take you on a drive through the Cage, an area of East Wilmette, north of Lake, east of the Metro Railroad tracks, extending over to the Lake Michigan. And one of the things I want to warn you about is that it's going to be kind of a bumpy ride because the entire Cage is paved in brick. These brick streets trace back to the late 19th, early 20th century, and they were refurbished as part of a WPA, Works Progress Administration program, in the 1930s during the Depression years. The Cage is an area of broad setbacks, beautiful homes, price ranges starting near $1 million and extending well above $3 million. Among other things, it features the beautiful old street lights, electric street lights that are characteristic of much of East Wilmette. So I'm going to get in the car and we're going to start our drive. Starting our drive through the Cage, which is about a 24 square block area, which is one way to look at it. Most of the homes built from the 1890s to the 1920s and 30s, although, as you can see, there's the occasional new construction mixed in. The bumpiness of the ride, once again, is due to the fact that the streets are brick. You can almost think of it as one long, rolling speed bump. One striking characteristic of the Cage, as you can see, is that the lots are wide. Homes tend to be almost all 2 stories, 2.5 stories. Beautiful old trees lining the streets. There are currently 14 homes for sale in the Cage, ranging in price from $950,000 up to $2,400,000. Each year, several dozen homes will turn over. And the price ranges will range upwards of $3 million. The home you just passed and the home you're currently looking at are both of historic significance to this historic district. They were built by a man by the name of Bickle, I believe, for his 2 daughters, and they were both designed by Philip Maher in the Italian Renaissance style. Philip Maher was the son of George Washington Maher, who was an architect in the early 20th century who designed many homes in Kenilworth. And designed the Kenilworth Village Hall and the entry columns that define the entrance to Kenilworth. Chestnut Avenue, which is the street we're on, is also the border between Kenilworth and Wilmette. So, next street north of here, you're going to be in Kenilworth, depending on the area that you're in. We're traveling east, approaching closer to Sheridan Road in Lake Michigan. Most of the Cage is a short walk to the metro station in downtown Wilmette, or to Gilson Park at Lake Michigan, or both. You can see the homes are in a very broad range of architectural styles, including some newer looking construction along this stretch. And we're now approaching Sheridan Road, and we're going to turn south. I have to wonder what Wilmette parking enforcement is doing over here, but we're now turning west on Elmwood. Ashland. Where does the name Cage come from? It comes from Chestnut, Ashland, Greenwood, and Elmwood. 4 streets that form the area. The most impressive homes are going to be found along Chestnut, but the entire area is strikingly beautiful. There's sidewalks, broad parkways. As we cross 10th Street here, you can get some idea of the tree canopy.